corner. Stopping after the game to let them know the Shamrocks sent you. Last month, the M&M Thunder High School team hosted a pink-out game and raised over $6,000 in support of Harlow Isle, a young lady who was diagnosed with late infantile batten disease on April 2nd of 2021. Harlow is the daughter of Thunder alum Brian Isle and his wife Erica. Batten disease is an extremely rare genetic neurological disorder that causes progressive loss of cognitive function, vision, hearing, and motor skills. As the disease advances, children can become blind, bedridden, and typically face a life expectancy of just 6 to 12 years. Thanks to your support, the Shamrocks were also able to donate an additional $1,160 to support her family during this time of need. Please give yourselves a round of applause. Dropping the puck tonight in honor and memory of his mother, Beth Bovine Klinke, we'd like to welcome Jason Bramke, hat-trick sponsor and owner of Radness Fitness. Beth passed away at the young age of 49 after a brief and courageous battle with esophageal cancer. Esophageal cancer affects more than 22,000 Americans each year. And because symptoms often appear late, the 5-year survival rate remains around 20%. Beth enjoyed watching Jason grow up, playing for the M&M Thunder and making memories, whether it was on the ice or sitting in the car on the way to the games. She loved volunteering in the community and especially for the Thunder. From working concessions, volunteering on the board, or making arts and crafts for the players. Her memory and kindness continues to live on through the time and effort Jason puts in helping youth athletes. Thank you, Jason, for all that you do, not only for the Shamrocks, but also for our community. Let's give Jason a round of applause. We hope you enjoyed skating with the Shamrocks tonight, especially all of our youth hockey players. We hope to see you back here tomorrow night for our St. Patrick's Green Out against the De Pere Deacons. First 100 fans will receive a green St. Patrick's Day rally towel. All drinks will also be $1 off while supplies last. Now, for tonight's matchup, we have the Calumet Wolverines and your M&M Shamrocks! For Calumet, in goal, number 39, Tyler Hubbard. On defense, number 11, Logan Rastello. Also on defense, number 7, Jimmy Brex. And forward position, number 74, Sherman Mowley. The other forward position, number 6, Matt Leo. And finally, for the Wolverines tonight, number 21, Nico Carsto. And now, for your M&M Shamrocks and M&M Thunder Youth Hockey players, in the net from Marinette, Wisconsin, number 31, Adam Lindemann, accompanied by Tucker Albrecht. And defense from Marinette, Wisconsin, number 36, Danny Sullivan, accompanied by Jackson Larson. And defense from Sheboygan, Wisconsin, number 22, Marshall Walker, accompanied by Maximum Bono. And wing from Onalaska, Wisconsin, number 24, Vernon Mason, accompanied by Cameron Vandenberg. At center from Marinette, Wisconsin, and one of your captains, number 14, Adam Leonard, accompanied by Cameron Brown. And finally at wing from Sobieski, Wisconsin, number 77, Tim Miller. of America that playing our national anthem.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the Marinette Rec Center as the M&M Shamrocks play host to the Calumet Wolverines on the Shamrocks blackout night. It's set to puck drop here. It'll be Lemery out there, flanked by Mason and LaHillier to start. This one chipped into the Calumet zone. Bray with a clearing effort, assisted there by Yeo, and stopped by Lemery. Lemery trying to walk that one back in, knocked aside by Yeo. Retreating back to play that one, Walker. Fed across there, looking in the direction of Mason. Instead, it'll be Restillo to gather for the Wolverines and feed back up. Looking across in the direction of Carstow. He'll retreat now. Come on over. Yeo sends down deep. It'll be Restillo there to gather, goes cross ice, surveying, back to Restillo now. LaHillier there, shadowing him as he comes in. Walker able to poke that one away. A little bit of help from Sullivan. A bit of a slow whistle on the offsides call there. Get everyone straightened out, move it over to the correct dot. Walker now looking for someone to go with that one. He'll get close to center ice and try to send it on in, unable to get it in too deep on that attempt. Come back out now, Lemery picks that one off, poked aside by Restillo, trying to pick it up and run on the far side was Sinkowski, and he'll get it across. They'll dump it in, down in the corner. Handled momentarily by Capo, but now carried out by Lemery. Lemery makes his way through one defender, pushed off there by Restillo, who hacks it to the corner, and he'll tangle and go to the boards there. Johnson able to pick that one off out of midair, but unable to keep it away permanently, and he'll lay a hit on going back the other direction to free that puck up again. Played behind by Lindemann and net. Winterbottom will pick up from his own corner, feeds out across center onto the stick of Bachman. Bachman with some speed, looking to make his way past Restillo. He's got some decent minutes in already in this one. Wraparound attempt there, put back. Bachman able to get on it, chops at it. And now Johnson a shot that goes wide of the net mouth around the far side. Winterbottom pinching in. Try and chase that one down. It'll get kicked out, picked off there by Steinhoff, fresh off the bench. A shot there, ricocheted a little bit, but stays in play. Johnson puts that one back in the direction of the net. And now trying to clear that one out. Capo along the boards. Lost it for a second. Winterbottom able to chop it back in. Rustillo now trying to catch the Shamrocks on a change, and Yale will offer a shot, gloved up by Lindemann. Caught on the change there, a little bit out of sync, but able to recover now and bring the face off to the right-hand side. Lindemann pushing forward with that one. Cook, and high bouncer from Nicely out at the point. Cook now carries that one across center, enters the zone, pushing to the far side there. A little bit of pressure from Nicely. He'll offer a shot, held in by Olsen. Will pursue it down into the corner. Yayo there, that one off the boards, able to clear. It'll be corralled near center ice by Walker. Bounces off the boards there, looking to feed towards Francis. Instead, a puck will trickle down below the net. Olsen, the first man on it, trying to clear. Yayo there, offered a shot back towards the net, deflected off Olsen's skates and behind. Good effort down low by Carstow there to try and get it back up, but Shamrocks equal to the task, and now they clear. Handled by Bray, looks the bench side, taps that along, icing waved off. Both teams will go for a near full change here as Olsen sends that one up across center for McLaughlin, who redirected, but the skate of Bray bounced it back, and Olsen will be the man to carry it on. Off the end boards, hard and around, but held in by Enright on the far side. Now Walker will have to retreat away from the pressure of Sinkowski before sending it back in. Francis there with some pressure, forces that pass up just from the right side of center ice. Sinkowski sends that one in. Sullivan down there to put some defense on. That one chipped out somewhat dangerously, but able to be settled down by Enright, who now looks across. Sullivan will play that one off the boards and fire long there. I think the black jacket of the coach on the Calumet bench may have resembled the nearly solid black sweaters the Shamrocks are wearing this evening, and that one will go for an icing. Lemery to work against Capo off the draw, who fed that one back onto the stick of Sinkowski. Able to clear it on the far side was Mason. Now near side, Walker carries on, makes a move around a defender, but couldn't quite get it back on the forehand to put it on net. Centering effort there, intercepted, kicked out across neutral ice. Lemery trying to settle it with the glove, but he'll take his time, get it on the stick, and he's going to make his way through a couple of defenders near center. Loose puck off the boards, chased down by Mason. He'll send to Walker. Back to Mason. Doing a little dance around Carstow there, but he'll be the man with it on his stick at the moment. Coughed it up there. Lemery able to pick that one up with a little bit of room to move through neutral ice. Has LaHillier with him. Fumbled a bit there, but recovered. Saucers one in the direction of the corner. It'll be snapped up in the glove of Hubbard for a stoppage. Face off to the left-hand side of Hubbard. Trying to feed that one in the direction of Bachman. He'll be the one to chase it down now and taps it in from just inside the blue line. Down low, scrambling to pick that one up was like Johnson. Numbers aren't a whole lot easier to read on the back of the jerseys in person, so I apologize for any mix-ups there. Steinhoff will gather this one into the corner. Under pressure from Yea. Stuck in neutral with the skates there for a moment was Bachman, but able to get it across to Johnson. Stops just inside the blue line, feeds back to Bachman, works it on the backhand there, offered in front, and Hubbard's got to collapse down on that one to secure it, but he will do so, and we'll get a stop and play. .14:27 remaining in the first period. No score yet. Holzbach steps in. Going want to work against. Calumet down there. Bieberitz along the boards there, able to step away with that one for a moment. Fighting for it with nicely down below. Restillo feeds on to Yeo. And across, right onto the stick of Karstow, who's shadowed all the way behind the boards by Lucas. Finishes the check there as Steinhoff tries to feed that puck up. And onto the stick of Cook. Cook able to fight his way through a couple there, tripped up. Stick through the truck on the skate of, looks like Yeo, and he went down awkwardly, but mistakes are not a defense, regrettably, so he'll go for 2 minutes on the tripping call after upending Yeo. Will be a neutral ice face-off. Looks like Lemmer to be the centerman for the quartet. We'll have Hughes and Olsen behind him. And Mason on the far side as that one chipped down into the corner. It'll be corralled by Capo. Feeds far side for Restillo. Drops it back for Capo again. Carries it across center ice. Little poke there from Lemmer. He'll force that one up. He'll feed it onto the stick of Sinkowski. Working a little corner cycle there. Olsen does a good job to get a stick on it and finds an empty patch on ice to send it all the way down. No icing on the man advantage. Hubbard will play this one himself out to near the blue line and onto the stick of Sinkowski. Feeds across looking for Yeo, who had the momentum going a little bit in the wrong direction, and that will be an icing. No forgiveness when you're plus a man. Minute 23 remaining on the penalty. 13-11 in the period. Still scoreless as they bring this one down to the right-hand side of Hubbard. McLaughlin in there for the Shamrocks. Got that one in the direction of Bieberitz. Taps it and saw an opportunity, so he'll chase that one down. Still able to clear that one across. Picked up there by Mowry. Yeo there. Chips it. Back onto the stick of Capo, offers a shot there. Bounced aside, and another one from out near the point. Trying to muscle his way to that one was Bieberitz. Did enough now, and McLaughlin will take this one. Got 2-on-1, trying to make his way past Restillo. Good little poke there from Restillo. Offsides was McLaughlin. McLaughlin a bit incensed on the offsides there. It'll be Lemry and Mowry on the draw here. Neutral ice in front of the Calumet bench, and chasing that one back, Mason. And Johnson must have said something from the bench to anger the official. And his persistence on his way to the box earned him a pretty quick night. Nothing on the board and not an additional man down for the Shamrocks, as it was a non-play, presumably some variation of unsportsmanlike infraction. So it'll remain 5-on-4 for the next 44 seconds. Following the discussion over an offsides call and the eventual ejection of the Shamrocks captain. This one now handled behind by Restillo. He'll be pursued by Mason. Lemry coming over to lend a hand. Now chipped on to Bray. Bray walks that one to the corner. Sullivan gives him a little tap there, trying to free that one up, but he'll maintain and send out for Mowry, who's covering at the point, and across to Restillo. Looking for Yeo in the slot, and a good poke there from Walker, and Mason will carry this one on up. He's at 2-on-1 with Lemery, works that one to the backhand and nearly takes the water bottle off shorthanded. Defense playing off of Lemery a little bit too much, made the goalie second guess. Some quick hands there. To Mason, and Shamrocks will go up 1-0 here. Still 9 seconds left on their penalty kill. As Francis steps in to take the draw, trying to push through with it there. Was Capo unsuccessful, trying to get that one all the way down in the final moments of the penalty kill, but unable to do so, and dragged down there a little bit. Pomeroy. That one offsides, tagged up now as that one's gathered in behind. Full strength are the Shamrocks as this one gets fed up to Francis, trying to chip that one through on a Chamberlain. He'll kick it up. Coming in about 3-on-5 here as Chamberlain kind of muscles his way through to feed it to Cahill down low. Battle along the boards there. Able to chip it out and onto the stick of Sinkowski. Steinhoff there, good move with the stick to clear that one and feed for Chamberlain. Curlin didn't like his look. He'll feed for Francis. Francis feeds that one all the way through to Cahill, who gets it away. Trying to make a move to the backhand there. He'll draw the penalty, though. Hooking call there as Cahill found himself in good position coming down. He's struggling to get it to the backhand, and apparently those struggles the result of a little bit too much defense on the part of Pomeroy. So shorthanded goal, the penalty expires, and the Shamrocks will go on the power play, all in the span of about 35 seconds of game time. 11:04 remaining in this first period of play as Wolverines able to pick that one cleanly and clear it all the way down. Chamberlain will play on to the stick of Walker. Walker from behind his own net, trying to feed that one across, does so, poked on through by Bachman and tied up by the linesman.
Calumet penalty, number 88, Donnie Ansley. 2 minutes. That's a Shamrocks power play.
That one sent all the way down again, wraps around well enough to start the Shamrock breakout. Bachman will return under pressure from Yayo. Carries it into the offensive zone for the Shamrocks, makes a nice move through the legs there, wraps around behind. Trying to get something set up here on the power play. He'll send that one back down low. Hubbard playing aggressive out of the net. Bachman will, I should say Bricks will play for Bachman at the point. Has a man backdoor in LaHillier. Had to put it just a little bit off center, and LaHillier will be able to chase, feed for Bricks. Bricks trying to keep that one away from Bray, who put LaHillier into the boards there. Shot there, traffic in front, good redirect by Bricks, but a little bit too much altitude afterwards and out of play. Nice setup there, couple guys stacked in front of the net getting the screen on, but a little bit too much misdirection in the wrong direction. 57 seconds remaining on the power play as Lemery steps in there. Looks like he's got Bieberitz and Mason on either side. Steinhoff and McLaughlin in defense. We'll try a new center. It'll be Restillo for the Wolverines. This one picked up by Mason. Tried to saucer that one across for McLaughlin, but it went off a pad. He'll sneak in underneath the pads and turn back the other way with some momentum there. But good defense from Campo to send it back the other way. Shot there offered by Restillo on the cherry pick, knocked aside by Chamberlain. Campo trying to line Lemery up there. He'll make a move past there and offers a shot. Trying to sneak one in, low glove slide on Hubbard. Unable to be successful. Over halfway done in the first period of play. 9:36 remaining. 32 seconds left on the Shamrocks power play as Lemery steps in there against Campo. That one cleanly to Mason. Feeds for Steinhoff. Gathers it in. Surveys a little bit. Had Restillo putting a lot of pressure on there. And a lot of pressure on McLaughlin there. Forced him to play that one quickly. He'll stand up. Sinkowski and put that one deep again. Bray, cherry picker back again in the form of Campo. Having to stay on sides there. He'll put that one in as Lemery finishes the check there near the Shamrocks bench. Penalty expires. Both teams full strength now as McLaughlin walks this one in. 3-on-2, makes his way through the defense and couldn't quite get there on the shot. Bouncing puck corralled in, managed to free it up. Mason will feed it back out towards the point. Olsen with a shot there. Lost for a second, but it comes to Lemery on the far side. Lemery lost it a little bit on the stick there, and it'll be picked off and come back the other way. They're 3-on-1, but in a similar fashion there, Campo will lose traction on that one, and now Lemery will be able to pick up. Drops for Bieberitz. McLaughlin shook him off on that one, and now he'll take it off the bench. Long shift for McLaughlin. He'll just take the shot from out near the point now as trying to elevate that one out. McLaughlin will glove it down. Picks it up off the boards again. Makes a move around one man and offers that one up there. Had a glimpse of something in the corner, but blocker took that away. Nice shot and nice move to produce it. Tries one again, and this time with traffic in front, he'll beat that blocker. Just kind of hanging around there and waiting for the puck to bounce his way. One move he had to make happen, the other one fell into his lap, and he manages to capitalize and extend the Shamrocks lead 2-0 here in the first. Not able to put one in through the duration of the power play, but not long after, McLaughlin finds pay dirt against Hubbard. Francis and Carstow, the two on the draw. Carstow takes that one cleanly back to Restillo. And now a shot there offered up. Chamberlain playing it. Good defensive work down there by Walker. Frees that one up. Francis wraps around to the far side for Chamberlain. Chamberlain, a little bit of pressure coming. He'll delay. And drops back for Olsen. Olsen feeds that one through. Wanted Francis. They say he touched it. Waves off the icing. Restillo will be the man on it in the corner, but Francis quickly on him. Pinches him down. Waits for a little bit of help there, and Restillo able to skate away from that one, but he'll have to eat a check from Chamberlain on the backside, and now Francis able to get there and keep it low again. Restillo with some help from Bray now, able to feed this one up and onto the stick of Sinkowski. Will push it to the corner there. Bray will pursue. Sullivan in tow for the Shamrocks, trying to defend that one. Chamberlain able to tip that one out and across. He'll go to the bench. Shamrocks will get some fresh legs as Restillo tries to recover. Short bench for Calumet. Not sure if that's typical, but a long drive in bad weather, so Restillo out there for the majority of this one so far, it seems, and this time it'll be Lemery poking that one past him, going the other direction. He's got a man backdoor, finds him, and there it is. Lemery starting to get the defender on him, got that one away at the last second, and Mason in near perfect position on the backside. Just had to let that one bounce off his stick. 2 for him on the night, and 3-0 the lead for the home team. You can't draw that one up much better than that. I think some of the minutes put in by the Calumet defense starting to show here still in the first period. Restillo puts this one up in the direction of Campo, carrying that one in there. Shot offered, but deflected by Walker, wrapped around. Put back effort there from Mowry. And now Lemery able to feed for LaHillier. LaHillier looking across. He's got Mason on the far side. Mason coming in again. Goes to make a move past the defender. Couldn't quite do so. Sullivan will hold that one in, and LaHillier's stick in front angled just a little bit too acutely, and that one will go up and out of play. .6:25 left in the first here. Neutral ice face-off. Bricks will try and push that one forward. Restillo will get a stick on it right away and feed for Yeo. Yeo trying to get that one back to Restillo. Didn't think he was going to win the race to it, so he'll chase it down himself. Wraps around far side, trying to get that one out via nicely. And instead, Enright picks that off. He'll offer a slap shot from out towards the top, shrugged aside by Hubbard. Mowry feeds up the boards, looking for Yeo, held in there by Lucas. And a good shot effort from Bachman on the backside, but nothing going. Yayo now across, trying to feed that one for Campo. Picked off somewhat easily by Steinhoff. He'll stutter step for a moment to stay on sides. Delays a little bit here as he fights for it in the corner, getting some fresh legs out there for the forwards. First one, too, it'll be Cook. He'll reverse direction a couple times, some fancy footwork, manages to skate away down low. Hubbard playing real aggressive behind the net there. Got a stick on that one to break it up. And allow for the clearing effort. Then turns into a little bit of an icing the other way. .5:22 remaining in the first period of play. Shamrocks lead 3-0 over the visiting Calumet Wolverines. And they're back to the corner. Bray will play around. Good job by Bieberitz there to hold that one in. Good moves down low, trying to push through. On that one was Cook. Stopped, but quick enough to recover. That one there, elevated, but looked like the shaft of McLaughlin's stick able to get on it, and he'll gather this one in down low, looking for somewhere to go with it. Calumet kind of defaulting into what almost looked like a penalty kill opportunity there, and it looked like Sinkowski taking one for the team, exactly where you want to be to block that shot and send it in the offensive direction, but once they got enough meat on that one, he'll limp to the bench and ice the bruise. He'll be fine at the end of the day as McLaughlin walks this one in again, tries to get to the backhand. Hubbard giving him a little bit of help there as he careens into the corner. Chasing that one down there, Chamberlain. Makes his move away from one. And that one offered back in the direction of the net will wrap around, be held in by Olsen. He'll put it on net as well. Rustillo, who I think got all of about a 32-second break, trying to clear that one out. And Bray to Rustillo again. Calumet will go for what suffices for a line change as Bray starts to skate this one up the ice near side and offsides. We'll bring this one back out to neutral ice. Francis, flanked by Cahill and Chamberlain, go against Mowry, Capo, and Yayo. Cahill will be the one to come away with it, sends it back for Walker. He'll get it off the skates and now on to Chamberlain. Nice little tic-tac there and enters the zone. He drops off for Francis. Francis shadowed by Mowry, trying to put that one on net. And good defensive effort there to clear it. Capo now taps up along the board. Sullivan able to get in between them and send it across. With a little bit of velocity, Rustillo now coming in. Had some momentum built up there. Stopped aside by the defensive effort. And not only Francis who wraps that one hard around. Chamberlain on the boards on the far side. Has a second to bring it in. He'll feed it back for Sullivan. Sullivan feeds out looking for Francis, who got a stick on it. And they're going to say he was just a little bit west of the dividing line. And that'll go all the way down for an icing. Bring this one back to the left-hand side of Chamberlain for the draw. Lemery and Mowry, the respective centermen. That one to the wall. Capo curls around, puts it right on the stick of Bray with a shot there. I think that would have been a bit high, but snagged in the glove of Chamberlain and framed down to at least maybe get a strike call on it. Try to face off again from the mirrored side. And off the boards there, held in by Bray. Deflected back at him. Hillier got a stick on that one to send it out. Rustillo will send that one in deep, and they'll go for their tag up as LaHillier again somewhat unable to get that one out. Quickly tagging up there Capo to put some pressure on. Walker able to get that one out at least towards center ice. Mason was there. That'll be Lemery to give him a little bump there along the boards. Capo and Yayo trying to push that one through as we get down to about the 2.5 minute mark here on the period as Winterbottom goes to Walker. Walker will take that one across. Didn't like a look, so he'll send it to boards and chase it himself. He'll win the battle with Mowry down low. Tried to feed that one out in front. It ricocheted to LaHillier, who managed to feed to Mason, and a shot there's kicked aside by Hubbard. Mowry down low as the Shamrocks try and complete a change, but that one will bounce off the back of Yeo. And Mason trying to make it through. He'll take a shot up high from Bray. Not going to be able to dance his way through to the hat trick on that effort, as fanning on the shot there was Capo, but it almost works out as they're able to center that one back in front. Net off its moorings as Chamberlain kicked across to get in front of it, and we'll get a stoppage to reset the cage. 1:58 remaining in the first period. Both sides taking their time, getting to the dot here for the draw. That one chipped back towards Sinkowski, and now across on the far side, Bricks will be able to chase down that loose puck. He feeds off the boards right onto the stick of Bachman. Comes in, working there against a couple of defenders, tries to feed out in front for Bricks again. Got it there, but a little bit too much traffic. And Rostillo will be the first one to chip it up onto Sinkowski again. Olsen taking that one away, bounces back towards center ice, nicely trying to put it back in from around the red line. Offside's tagged up on there. And retreating back. Now for Olsen. A little too hard on the feed to Bachman there. Carstow able to send that one in. Out from behind his own net there. That was Hughes able to send that one down. 1 minute remaining in the period here as Enright ties up, trying to stay on sides. Coming back out to help him there. Cook dances through one, makes it past, and that one off the leg pad of Hubbard in there. But winding up for one Enright, he'll try again, and again absorbed by the leg pad of Hubbard. 45 seconds precisely remaining in the first third of this one as they'll set up to take this one here to the right-hand side of Hubbard. Looks like it'll be Cook, the centerman out there for the Shamrocks, working against Mowry. That one to the boards, fed across. Yeo got a stick on it, but unable to catch up to it, and Walker will offer that one back on net. Bieberitz holds in deep again, wraps around far side, pinching in from there. Sullivan to hold it. But Rostillo able to clear. Walker again, a quick turn there, feeds it back on rough ice. Didn't make it all the way down, and now nicely will feed for Rostillo again. But Bieberitz there, gets the body in between, corrals the puck, tried to feed that one right in front for McLaughlin. McLaughlin will pick that one up and offer a shot with plenty of velocity, but not quite the right vector directly into the chest of Hubbard. From behind, Rostillo there, trying to send that one out in the direction of Capo, who was working the cherry pick, but Sullivan able to intercept. Cook now will retreat back, feeds across for Sullivan, and he'll let the final second expire on the clock, and that'll do it for period number one. 3-0 to the home team. One of those coming shorthanded early on after a little bit of a interesting exchange along the bench, but we'll take a quick break here, get some fresh ice. We'll be back in a handful of minutes with some fresh ice for the second third of this game here. are back, ready to start the second period of action here. Lemery and Mowry out there, the two to take the center ice drop. Mowry got the better of that one, and he'll send it back now. Rostello feeds up, looking for Mowry, and that'll be an icing right away. Off to a tough start there. Fresh ice, it feels pretty quick all the way to the other end. So bring this one back down right-hand side of Hubbard and try it all over again. Mowry again able to kick that one back in the direction of Rostello, who looks far side for Yeo, unable to clear, and a shot from the point from Walker. Bounces all the way back out across center, handled there by Mason. To Sullivan to Walker. Walker will curl, finds a slot there to feed through for the stick of Sullivan, and a little bit too strong and out of reach of Mason, and it'll be an icing in the other direction. Try this one from the far corner here, just off the left glove hand side. Chamberlain, same squad. We've only elapsed 31 seconds so far in the period as this one fed out to Rostello at the point, and it doesn't quite make it all the way there. Walker trying to jockey for position. There, a shot offered on Chamberlain. That one bouncing puck out in front loose. It'll be Lemery who finally manages to chase it down along the boards. He's got a man far side in LaHillier. Had to put the brakes on to gather it in, but he'll get it across to stay on sides and give chase to it down below. Rostello trying to poke that one away. Does so for a moment. It does so for a little bit more than a moment. Mason trying to put that one in the back in the direction of LaHillier. A little bit too high. Tapped out. Walker picks up. Got the shot just off there. Kicked aside to the corner. Sullivan stuck down low there again. Rostello trying to clear. And that one, again on that nice fast fresh ice, will trickle out across the blue line. Lemery will have to curl and bring it back in. And it'll get pushed back to the other direction. Feed that one up there. LaHillier tapped it in for a second. Rostello fed on out. Winterbottom lost that one in the skates for a moment, able to chip it on through, and Lemery picks up. Spins there, feeds for the Mason in the middle, and he hooked that one just a little bit there, got it stuck to the stick, and it'll be Yeo back the other way. LaHillier, good job in pursuit to get there and maybe take a little something off the shot. Either way, Chamberlain able to keep it in front, and now LaHillier back the other way. He'll feed for Lemery. 18 minutes remaining in the period, all 2 minutes out there for the same squad for the Shamrocks, up front at least, and Lemery will head to the bench now to remedy that. As Bray brings this one back. He's got a man in Rostello on the backside. The shot for the back door there, a little bit too shallow, and Chamberlain got a piece of it. Now Rostello looking to push that one out to the point. Capo got a shot off there, didn't make it all the way on net. Yeo trying to forward to the front. LaHillier makes a little move around him with the skates. Now trying to feed that one across for Cahill. It'll be Bricks who picks it up, and that one offered just a little bit high. But fresh off the bench there, Bachman puts it in front. Bricks will chip it to him there again, and down on net once more. He'll have to kick that one aside. Push to the near corner, backhanded down low. Rostello across to Capo. Capo manages to feed that one onto the stick of Preal. Works there against Olsen. And now behind his own net. Bachman able to feed that one up. Onto the stick of Hughes, who tried to feed for Bachman again there. Pushed aside. Capo's clearing effort there onto the stick of Sinkowski and got it into Rostello in behind and works that one to the backhand. Put the Calumet team on the board. Back out to center now. This one again comes back onto the stick nicely. Good poke there from Bieberitz off the top. We'll get a little bit of help there from Cook to push that one all the way in deep behind the net. Hubbard plays it again, and that'll assist in getting that one out towards Carstow on center, and an offsides call there. A little bit of confusion there, trying to get everybody in the right spot. And they will do so finally here. Looks like it'll be Cook going to work against Mowry. Bieberitz able to get a piece of that one and send it in deep. McLaughlin will give chase, taps back up the boards. Carstow there. Around the far side, McLaughlin able to corral that one in through the legs, feeds to Sullivan on the backhand. He'll just do everything he can to put that in deep. And again, Hubbard all the way out of his net playing that. Good delay there by McLaughlin, puts that one in front, and Cook tried the pushback, but a little bit too up close to be successful on that attempt. Another good face-off there from Mowry, but this time, first one on it was Cook. A shot from the point there from Walker will get deflected, and that one all the way out of play. We'll try this face-off here, left-hand side of Hubbard. Cook and Mowry will remain the two on the draw. This time Cook just trying to push that one forward. Mowry's been pretty good on those face-offs so far, and this time will be successful and again in facilitating the clearing effort there as Sullivan curled, fed for McLaughlin, wasn't quite ready for it, and all the way down for the icing. Struggling to get too much momentum rolling here early in this one. As McLaughlin will curl away from the draw with a little bit of open ice and some room to move. He'll carry this one himself now across center. Makes his way past a couple of defenders and rips one to beat the 5-hole from near the top. Right off the draw, he had a mission on that one. Made some room for himself and picked his spot wisely, beating the drop of Hubbard to extend the lead. (4-1) now the lead for the home team as Francis tries to get that one in the direction of Chamberlain off the draw there, but it'll get sent in deep. Steinhoff will reverse it. First man to it there is Sinkowski. Far side, able to get that one through was Cahill, but I'm going to call here interference. I'll go against number 13, Kyle Lucas for the Shamrocks. Shamrocks PK unit +1 on the evening. Lemry chops that one, trying to get it out there. Ristello holds in, feeds for Mowry, and unable to make it all the way through there. Ristello is signaling to Hubbard to come and play it. He opts to just settle it down there, and Ristello will drop that one back, trying to get something started here now. Koppa will be the man to get things going. Mowry feeds to Ristello on the far side. Well executed entrance to the zone there. And a dish now towards the front. Good job by Lemry to get in the lane there and pick that one off. Feeds to Mason on the near side. Works it to the back door for Lemry again. Not quite enough on it, and Hubbard had time to react. But Steinhoff there to pick it up. And unfortunately, in the move to address the attempted backdoor entry, the net was kicked off. Minute and 13 seconds remaining on the Lucas penalty. 14 minutes, 15 seconds remaining in the middle period of play as Bricks tried to feed that one across. Good job by Olsen to stall it for a second, but Sinkowski in behind there, and Chamberlain able to get back to that one and correct his net before a whistle was justified. Rostello and Capo trying to reorganize some sort of offensive effort here in the final 50 seconds of their man advantage. Yayo out near the point, puts that one down low. Sinkowski handles for a moment before feeding down low to Capo. Back out to Rostello at the point, to Sinkowski. He'll walk that one in, a shot there. Had a man been sitting out in front, would have had a nice rebound to work with. Nothing there, and able to get a stick on that one and clear it. Bricks only as far as center ice, and the stick of Sinkowski, who sends in deep once more. Wrapping around the far side, Rostello trying to make his way to it. Olsen able to get it there and chip it to Bricks, and now in behind is Bachman. Had to chase down a bouncing puck there, offered one up that easily dished aside by the blocker of Hubbard. Just 7 seconds remaining now on the penalty as Bachman tries to put pressure on to keep that one deep. Rostello reverses direction, coming through there. McLaughlin, good job to stay on sides during the man exchange as the Shamrocks return to full strength. And then second period line change out in front. Mowry there, mauls Cook, and McLaughlin tries to squeeze the puck in the corner, waiting for some help to come over. Cook does. Mowry now with a little bit of room to work. He'll put that one up and over, and not near enough to anything resembling an appropriate target, and it'll go all the way down for an icing. Right-hand side of Hubbard here with 12:35 to play. Cook in there on the draw. He'll go against Mowry, who's got a pretty decent face-off percentage on the evening. Cook put that one right to the wall, but Capo was on it immediately. Only successful, though, in putting it into the upper netting and out of play. We'll try that same face-off over again. Cook trying to bull rush that one a little bit. Capo the first man on it again, and now for Bray. Feeds for Yayo. Yayo able to avoid a little bit of pressure, but McLaughlin will pick that one off. Didn't like his prospects, but he'll send that in deep. Wrapped around there well. Rostello able to feed on to Capo and then get it back, but he'll get a little bump there from Sullivan to keep it clear. That one up the boards, trying to make it through. Didn't quite get it on the tape of McLaughlin, but it went off his skate. He was a little frustrated. The icing was still called, even though it hit his, I'll paraphrase, foot. So we'll bring this one all the way back down, right-hand side of Chamberlain. Cook will tie up off that one, trying that approach now against Mowry. Just tie him up and wait for someone to skate through. Won't call it a win, but not a loss on that effort. Mason had a little speed to leave the zone there. Now McLaughlin stumbles his way through one. Defender checks up and offers a shot, pulled just a little bit inside of the net. Yayo from the far side trying to clear. Got it out of the zone, but Sullivan able to pick it up there, and that one punched by the blocker out of play. .11:39 remaining. Here in the second period of play. This looks like it's going to be Francis and Capo, the two on the draw, chasing it down to the corner there. Rostello. It'll be Bray who clears out. At least attempting in the direction of Preal. And now Rostello picks that one off, working one-on-one against Winterbottom, makes a move there, got it back to his forehand and punched it in. Just a little reach and tap there to beat Chamberlain on that side, and cuts into the lead. Following the goal, center ice draw there. Chamberlain feeds for Steinhoff. Steinhoff now up to Winterbottom, taps through to the stick of Francis. Francis looking for Chamberlain. A little bit high, but he'll be the first man on it in the corner, trying to buy some room. Does so right onto the stick of Steinhoff, who walks that one in, but it catches some traffic in front before it can make it there. Bouncing puck now, corralled by Prial. Backhanded by Bray. Cahill able to disrupt it, and Francis able to keep it in, just barely. Chamberlain to the back door. Cahill got it onto the backhand, tried one in far corner, put that in. Mad scramble to get sound possession of it, but did so, and just enough extension there again. Sneak that one in the backside and get that goal back for the home team. (5-2) now the score. 10:44 left in the middle third as that one goes back to defense for Olsen to play, and then to Walker, and then to LaHillier. LaHillier with a little bit of pressure coming from Mowry as he skates near the bench. Felt that one in. Bouncing puck there. Hubbard unable to corral. Good job coming in by Hughes to hold that one in his skates. But it will be Yeo on the far side. Fed that one up onto the stick of Karstow. And down to the corner, Yeo pokes that one past Olsen. Nicely along the boards there with a platoon of Shamrocks, able to get that one down to Yeo. Penalty coming here. Looks like it'll go against Lemery as that one gets sent down. Bray trying to make some room there, touch on it for Mason. Elbowing call to go against Lemery. Give him a little bump and took him down there. Didn't look quite right, but I don't know that it was elbowing necessarily. I said playing that a lot of officials seem to keep a call in their back pocket that they used in the event of a awkward takedown, or sometimes what we just called a hitting too hard penalty, and it might be what Lemery got there, as it's just a little bit behind the play and just a little bit off center. But penalty kill unit back out there for the Shamrocks. Sullivan works that one back over to McLaughlin, keeping it in their defensive zone, slowly working their way up the ice. Not the direction you typically go down a man, but it's working for him now as Bieberitz takes this one in behind the net. Out in front there, a good opportunity for Sullivan, kicked aside by Hubbard. He'll put that one in back deep again, and it'll be Valerie the man to try and get things started. He'll send to Rostello. Checks up near the blue line, trying to get everybody in order. Does so. Capo a shot there, found some steel. And Walker able to send that one all the way down. Well, Rostello will have to gather in again. Half the penalty expired now. Just a minute left on it as he feeds that one onto the stick of Yeo, fresh off the bench. Walker quickly on him there to at least force him to make a move. As Rostello from the point there, that one made it all the way to the leg pad of Chamberlain, but not much of a threat at that point, and once the sight line had been completely blocked. Sullivan able to get a backhand on that one, not with the most velocity in the world, but an effective curl down to the far end. Rostello will gather this one in. Under 30 seconds now remaining on the man advantage as they try to get something working here through center ice. He'll take that one back, drops for Capo. Little give and go as he walks down below, centering pass there. Good job. Dropped to a knee and stopped that one there by Walker. Walking to the center on that was Karstow, and puck bounced up behind the net. Out to the point now. Mowry feeds to the corner for Capo. Rostello back to Mowry. Full strength are the Shamrocks as that one snapped up in the glove of Chamberlain. This one bounced around behind the net. Chamberlain able to chip it out. Cahill there to put the hit on Sinkowski. Now Chamberlain, the other side there, offered the shot. I think he was looking to make that a pass off the leg pad to Francis. Couldn't quite do it. Cahill and Capo will tangle up in the corner a little bit. Chamberlain able to walk that one. Cahill there trying to swing that one around into the corner of the net again, unable to do so. As Bray tripped up a little bit there, he'll offer a shot on Chamberlain behind the net. Probably a trip and a cross check, excused both ways. Call it even there now as that one offered by Hughes on his way out of the zone up to LaHillier. LaHillier put that one on net, bouncing, able to settle it down behind. A little play off the boards to himself with enough room to make a move to Hughes out at the point, who offered that one in. Trying to pick that one out of the air was Mason. And LaHillier on the far side holds in again. They'll delay, touch up the offsides. It'll be fed for Mowry, who drops for Karstow, heading back in. Karstow now walking down against Olsen, trying to make his way to the net there. Backhands out in front. He and LaHillier will tumble into the corner. Mason back on the other end there. Rockets that one off the end boards a little bit too hard. It'll bounce all the way back out. LaHillier take a shot there from Karstow after the linesman's kindly stalled that one near center. Backhand effort there by Yeo, down low, unable to go all the way to the net. Karstow will pick up the loose one. We're going to get a stoppage here, as it looks like Chamberlain's net there a little bit off kilter. .606 remaining in the second. This face-off here, the right-hand side of Chamberlain. It'll be Bricks, Enright, Bachman up front for the Shamrocks. Mowry, Karstow, and Yeo, the forwards on the opposing side. Down below, Karstow and Sullivan struggling to find their way clear. The little chippy down below there between those two now as Walker offered that one up. Trying to muscle his way through there was Bricks. Manages to feed on to Bachman. Bachman dangles intentional or otherwise in front there. Successful for a moment, but then rocketed all the way to the other end. This one comes out to the point. Sullivan time to wind one up, but didn't quite get all of it, and they'll feed that one in to Rostello on the cherry pick behind. He'll work that to the backhand again and beat the glove of Chamberlain. Cut the Shamrocks lead once more down to 2. Successful on those little cherry pick plays. I think with the short bench on the Calumet side, you see some of those classic pickup men's league style offensive plays potentially coming out there as McLaughlin tried to skate through a couple guys, didn't quite do so. Down went Capo on that one, and they'll take Cook on the hook there as he was trying to get around to the puck, and ended up upending Capo in the process. So penalty kill again for the Shamrocks unit. Tied up there. Lemry's attempt to clear, stopped by Rostello out near the point. Mowry down low, looking for somewhere to go with it. Surveys across to Rostello again. Capo teased that one up from the point. That one wide, but corralled by Mowry off the end boards. Back out to Capo atop. Lemry gave him pressure for a second. Mowry on the backside, sliding there. Caught the sliding Bachman, and that will cut the Shamrocks lead to 1 there with a power play goal. Shamrocks had quite a bit of success going on the penalty kill so far this evening, but with that one I think they dropped to even on the plus minus. Full complement back out there following the goal, and this one will get chipped back in the direction of Hughes. Unable to clear there, and a shot offered on Chamberlain. Carstow to chase that one down, takes a little bump from Cook, trying to feed it across, and it'll be McLaughlin who picks it up on the far side with room to move. That one there, a rocket from towards the top of the circles, hit the pipe. Had his target, and by the audible signal there was within 3 inches of finding what he wanted, but a little bit on the wrong side of the cylinder. We'll ricochet out of play. We'll get a draw here to the left-hand side of Hubbard. 4:36 remaining in the second. Both teams finding their way to put some points on the board here in this middle period. Mowry will bounce that one up and over. This time Hughes is the man on it. Bieber, it's able to keep the body in front of that one, but it'll be directed back towards center. Carstow tripped up there as Bieber had sent it back the other way. Yeo from behind the net. Cook able to hold that one down there. Looking to feed to center there. Had McLaughlin break in. He'll corral the puck in the corner, but good pressure there from Mowry again. He'll skate this one up the near side. Hughes trying to line him up. Mowry there. Made a little move to the inside. Got the shot off. Easily kicked aside by Chamberlain. Now Hughes will go to the corner. Swooping through McLaughlin. He'll build speed in front of his own netminder. Couple fresh sets of legs out there for Calumet as McLaughlin couldn't quite make his way all the way through the defense with the puck on him. Olsen there will have to retreat under some pressure from Sinkowski, but they'll have to delay that for a moment to get back on sides, and a shot there offered from Yeo. Crafty clever, it was loose behind Chamberlain. Yeo followed it all the way in and tapped it, and that'll bring the Wolverines even on this one. I think everyone lost it except the official behind. That's a tough one to have go into. See what was at one point a 4-goal lead on the evening evaporate there on a couple of scores from the visitors. Walker going to take this one himself. Gets near the blue line. Doesn't like what he saw breaking in, so he'll send it down low. Rostello back around for Sinkowski. Capo trying to get that one past Walker. Does enough to clear the zone. We'll have to send it back in, and Rostello, I should say Bray, will feed to Rostello now. Carries it out the far side. Shamrocks retreating on defense here a little bit, and Rostello will offer that one off the shoulder of Chamberlain and into the netting out of play. 2:50 to play here as Lemry gets the better of Mowry on that one. Steinhoff curls, looking for somewhere to go with it. He'll take a little bit of room himself. Chips that one through. Wanted LaHillier. Couldn't quite make that connection. Bray down low now. Feeds that one up to Mowry along the boards. Making his way in. Lemry coming across there to help out. And Lucas will give him a little bit of bump as Lemry now picks that one up down low. Instead, it's Karstow right there. Good job by Steinhoff to slow that down. And good job by Chamberlain to get a glove on top of that one and subdue the chaos a little bit. Lemry and Capo, the two on the draw, trying to feed that one towards the net was Capo. It'll drift free. Mason will have an opportunity here to carry this one across center after that one freed up, but Bray breaks down there right at the blue line in defense and able to feed that one out to Yeo. Lemry got up underneath him, but Rostello well positioned there again. Picks that one up. It'll be Lucas who takes it there after a little communication with Mason. Bouncing puck on net, and Hubbard will cover for the stoppage. Under 2 minutes remaining in the second. Off the draw there. Capo sent it back in the direction of Bray. Wrap all the way around the far side. Olsen will chase it down. Will feed for Bricks along the near side, trying to get that one through onto the stick of Bachman. Coming the other way. Rostello weaving his way through. Drops for Capo, offers a shot. Swallowed up by Chamberlain. Bricks able to win that one back for Hughes on that draw. Chipped through. Rostello, the rare mishandle now, and Bricks picks up, offers a shot in the direction. Ricochets far side. Bachman, the man on it, looking back down low again. This one will bounce. Be picked up by Sinkowski. He'll kick that one up to himself, trying to make his way through the defense, and not quite able to do so. That one picked off by Rostello up towards the top. He'll delay just long enough, or not quite long enough, to stay on side there, as Enright will toss that one to the linesman, and we'll have ourselves a neutralized face-off here with just under a minute, 58 seconds remaining in the period. Sullivan to Walker, trying to feed that one to Cook. Cook will move there, forces Hubbard to come out and play it. Karstow backhands that one. Good job to corral in by Walker near center. 40 seconds remaining as Sullivan feeds that one for McLaughlin. McLaughlin feeds for Bieber. It's chipped back. McLaughlin on it there, but Yeo able to muscle as Karstow now winds up for one out near center ice almost. Put it on net. But McLaughlin will curl, feeds that one through. Bieber, it's got a tap on it. Hubbard will play for Rostello, who saucers one across the direction of Mowry. McLaughlin able to hold that one in, but Mowry quickly on him. A little bit of help here from Cook in the final 10. That one made it through towards the net, but able to be cleared on out. Mowry now able to feed onto Yeo across center. He's got some speed going, but not quite enough. And final second shot there. I don't think it would have counted, but found its way off the far pipe. A nifty trick to be that accurate in that moment either way. So 2/3 gone, and we're all knotted up at 5. First 40 minutes have solved nothing. We'll need the last 20, potentially more, to decide the winner of this one. We'll take a break, get some fresh ice, and be back with those last 20 minutes of regulation in just a few minutes. getting better. All right, first 40 minutes didn't solve anything. We're tied up 5-5 here to start the third, and we're underway as Maury knocks that one back in the direction of Rostello, as he has so many times. Maury will get that one back again. Chips it in deep. Sullivan, the man on it for the Shamrocks. Feeds to LaHillier, makes a move, and now feeds up the far side onto the stick of Mason. Mason gonna make his way past nicely. Saw that open corner of the net, tried for it. Couldn't quite get it to land. LaHillier now, backhands, looking for Lemery. Got it off the skate, but Maury will be the man to come through and pick it up. Rostello starting things as he so often does. Airmails that one a little bit, and an icing will be called. That might only touched about 4 feet of ice in its 200-foot journey, but didn't touch anything else either. We'll bring this one here to the left-hand side of Hubbard. That'll get poked to the corner. First man on it, Rostello again, looking for Yeo. Walker was there and got the shot, but Rostello able to clear. And Mason will feed to Sullivan, who trying to fire that one back to him. But Carstow in the way. Mason backhands that one's up the boards, held by Yeo. He'll feed on for Walker now down low. Walker making his way past Carstow. And now across center ice. Delayed for a second there, took a step, offered one on the far side. Very nearly beat that under the glove, and Mason from the backside offered a second opportunity, but Hubbard able to get on it. Able to glide in there and snap that at the last second, but might have run himself out of room to get the ideal angle at the end of it. Bricks off the draw there, and a shot found its way to the back of the net, right off the draw to Bachman. Made its way cleanly in there, and Shamrocks back in the lead here. Just a minute and 19 seconds into the third period of play. That one bounces over Steinhoff's stick, but combination of Bricks and Winterbottom able to corral. Linesman holds that one in there. And now Winterbottom, the man on it, wraps around. He's got Bachman along the boards there. Enright able to hold on to that one, feeds through. Bachman reaches out, got it, and another shot there offered. That one made it all the way off the end boards. Almost ricocheted off of the back number plate of the goaltender. Good awareness there out of Hubbard to spin around and get on that one. Down to the boards, off the draw there. Yeo wraps around. Bieberitz in pursuit as Rostello feeds out towards center. Steinhoff got that one in, sends it in deep. Cook putting pressure on Rostello, but he's able to get that one clear. Only as far as Steinhoff near center once again. This time he'll go short off the boards to Cook. Cook delays for a second there. Had McLaughlin on the backside, tried for the blocker. McLaughlin was almost able to pick that up again, and so was Cook through the fight there, but Yeo will be the man to clear across. Rostello near center, almost had that. And Yeo stops again. Steinhoff there, waved at it. Winterbottom forwards up the boards. Nobody there but a white jersey, and now sent all the way down again. Icing waved off, as they're going to say Olsen was in the zip code. They'll go far side for Bieberitz. Bieberitz avoids Carstow to get that one in. McLaughlin now dances through, but stuck it deep in the zone there was Cook. He'll bail out of that one before an offsides is drawn. Olsen now off the boards, looking for McLaughlin. McLaughlin, a quick backhand there. Picked up by Francis coming down. That one didn't come out cleanly. He'll make his way past Chamberlain on the other side. Capo now making his way to the other end. Offered that one in the direction of Chamberlain, but cleared aside. Yayo now down low. Has Hughes draped all over him. That one on the far side will come out. McLaughlin able to pick it clean. He's in behind. Got to pick a spot there. Makes the move to the backhand, and a good diving save effort from Hubbard. Keeps that one in front. Now Olsen from the end there. That one shot from this angle. Looked like it might have gone in. Instead off the end boards. And now Yayo able to carry that one all the way back down to the opposite goal line. And behind Chamberlain, wrapping around, looking for somewhere to try and go with it. Hassled by Chamberlain there. He'll walk that one all the way back in. Finds nothing but steel, and Chamberlain going to just bounce that one just out of reach of Capo. So the icing waved off. Cahill coming in with some speed there. A collision at the end. Cahill backed off the last second there to avoid the charge after the 72-step run-up, and that blow was between him and Prial was somewhat there. Now he and Prial going to go at it. Prial didn't really look like he wanted it at first, but they're in it now. Cahill upended into the ice. And hugs exchanged there as they head to the box. Looks like Prial might need a new jersey. Sweater took some abuse on that one. Takes a second here to get some stuff straightened out. Double minors, 4 minutes assessed to both parties. Be 4-on-4 by the look of it. Prial went to the locker room there. I don't think as a result of the infraction at all, but break out the sewing kit and stitch the sweater back together. So 4-on-4 now as we get back underway here. Mowry carries in deep, backhands off the end boards. Tried to corral that one again. Sullivan will pick it up. Feeds across, wanted Lemery. And now Sullivan tries to feed across again. Bounces off the boards. Lemery will retreat, pick it up, trying to feed that one through to Mason. Sullivan will pick it up back again. Working his way up. Lots of ice to work with out there on the 4-on-4. Sullivan will walk that one all the way in, pick up his own rebound. I would not say it was a play born of speed, but persistence all the way down the ice there. He puts that one in. So 7-5 now the score in favor of the home Shamrocks. Nothing off the board because everything was even strength, even though down a man. 15-10 remaining in the third. As this one fed for Bray. Lucas found on that one now, and Steinhoff will gather in. Send for Bachman. Bachman will carry this one up the far side now. He's got Enright with him. Coming into a cluster of all four Calumet skaters as Bachman curls around now, tries to send that one back down. Good job by Enright to corral that one in. Thought he had a spot under the blocker there, and he might have, but it was a little bit off target. Bachman curling with that one now. He'll offer one in the direction of the net. Off the boards, pinching in Lucas to hold. Capo now working there, takes a bump from Lucas, keeps the puck backhand in the direction of the net. Good diving or sliding, whatever you want to call it. Stop there from Steinhoff to prevent the pass. Lucas will poke that one away from Capo again. Rostello below the net trying to get that one going. He and Capo will work it there. He'll try and walk that one back in front of the net, unable to do so. McLaughlin had a head of steam, but a good quick step from Rostello there to stop it. McLaughlin will pick it back up again. That one ricocheted weirdly off a stick and off the end boards. Almost a opportunity, but not quite. Olsen will retreat, reset. That one there just out of reach. Icing waved off, though, as Bray picks that one up to get things started again. He will feed for Rostello. Coughed up there towards the top. Cook will pick it up. Feeds for McLaughlin. McLaughlin puts the brakes on there and feeds through the legs of Rostello, but quick stick of Yeo to hold that one in, and now Rostello back the other direction. Olsen will come away with that one. Feeds up towards McLaughlin, but a little bit stiff. McLaughlin frustrated, and he'll go all the way down for the icing. Minute 14 left on the 4-on-4 play. 13:04 remaining in the third period. Bricks and Mowry the two. Mowry will win that one back to Rostello. Feeds for Mowry. I think those two could pass to each other in their sleep. LaHillier able to chip that one through. He's got a couple steps on him in behind. Moves it to the backhand there and chops that one back up and right into the chest protector of Hubbard. Under a minute remaining in the short-staffed play here. On there to the boards for Carstow. Rattled around and out. Walker will take this one in himself. And a shot there. Hubbard bobbled for a second. Picked up by LaHillier and snuck it around. I think Hubbard thought he was closer to the net than he was, but out just far enough. LaHillier will take that bobbling puck and sneak it in behind him. 8-5 the score now. Enright chipped that one forward off the draw, went to chase it down, lost his footing for a moment, and it'll be Capo back the other direction. Yeo, a shot there from the top of the slot. Bobbled for a second, but Chamberlain got a handle on it. Locked that one down. Here, Earl step in to take the draw with Capo there. That one to the bench, or to the boards. Steinhoff took a step up right away. Backhand, and that one almost fed it through the legs and on to Mason. He'll do a good job to recover that one back, but stick of Rostello a little bit too strong. He'll chip that one up for Capo now. Slowly but surely making their way through neutral ice. They'll have to regroup here. 5 seconds left until we've got 10 skaters on the ice again. Winterbottom will push that one aside. That one very nearly broken out, but Bray fed back along. Clearing effort there, stopped by the glove of Rostello. 5-on-5 again, and it looks crowded out there as Lemry picks this one up. 2-on-1, Rostello the man back. He's got LaHillier with him. LaHillier will be the man to pick it up behind the net. Sends to the boards. Nobody there. A little miscommunication there. I think between Hughes and Mason. Well, the Yeo brings it back. That one bounced off the end boards. Almost caught on the backside of the netting, but able to be out across center once again. Maury will send in deep. Yeo will tag up, but Olsen with a little bit of time here to try and settle things down and get him started. He'll come out from behind his own net and stretch that one along for Lemry, who got just enough of it to negate an icing. Hubbard behind his own net to play it for Nicely. And right there, trying to fight his way through that one, couldn't quite do it. Olsen will come up and might have overwaxed the stick a little bit there and check to make sure it's still in working order as that one was lofted up and out of play. Bricks off the face-off. He'll send that one cleanly back to Hughes. Feeds off the boards back to Bricks. Nice little play there as he makes his way past nicely. Muscles his way through to the corner. Carries that one behind the net. Feeds out to the point for Olsen. Catches back up to it. Feigned the slap shot and then offered it as a wrister. That one on Chamberlain, so no icing. He'll start the offense to Bricks back the other way, who maybe had a little bit of clutch on the pass intended for Bachman. So this one will be backhanded down low to Bray to try and get things started. He'll send that one stretch all the way down. Olsen the only man there. Now feeds for Bachman. Curls through center ice. Bricks will go for a change as Bachman chases that one down to the corner. A little bit of a sword fight there with Nicely. Try and come away with that one. It'll be Cook who does so. A shot from Walker blocked. Sinkowski took a shot up against the boards there as that one went down. Icing called as Bachman couldn't quite get the stick on it on the far blue line. We'll get some fresh legs. Bring it all the way back down to the right-hand side of Chamberlain in the Shamrocks defensive end. Coppo will skate through that one. Good job there by Walker to poke the puck away. Cook to Walker there, somewhat accidentally, but it'll work as he feeds that through to Bieber. It's near center ice, furthers along. McLaughlin stuck in behind, but ran out of room before he could fully do it. Fed out in front there, a Cook with a shot. He'll have to chase that one down along the boards. Yeo sent it back deep. And now Rostello to Yeo to start the breakout. And he'll take a shot there with quite the thud off of Chamberlain's stick as that one wraps around the boards for Capo. Takes a little bump there from Bieber. It's trying to poke that one out with Sullivan. He'll be in a fortuitous position there, but not quite enough to stop the offensive rush from coming back the other way. Karstow tried to get that one on. It was blocked, but another effort will get it there. Francis now able to fire that one across to McLaughlin, just barely beating the defender. McLaughlin will walk that one down there, clutched in a shot. I think that got deflected, but set that up nicely for himself. Now kicks it up to himself out of the corner there. Walks it in behind, puts it out in front, loose puck there. Someone wants another opportunity at that. That was a empty net goal for the couple of Shamrocks guys parked there, just couldn't quite coordinate. Chamberlain now ties up with it down below. He'll come out with it. Backhands across towards center. Had Steinhoff there, but Yeo in good position to prevent any offensive pressure. Karstow now walking that one up. Steinhoff carries this one from behind his own netminder. Cross center ice is Steinhoff trying to weave his way through the defense. Nicely does a good job to separate him from the puck there and send it back across center. Lucas will gather in, feeds for Lemry. He'll walk in as well. Makes a move that turns into a pass towards Chamberlain. Worked for a second there. And Cahill will chase that one back down on the other side. Lucas and Olsen back and forth here, trying to find a way up the ice. They will do so far side in the means of Lemry. He wanted to feed that one through on a Mason, but a good defensive effort there by Rostello. And Sinkowski able to keep that one in deep, but now a shot from Preal got knocked aside. Cross now to LaHillier. Feeds to Lemery. Lemery walking that one in. Has a man back door, and Mason sliding to come over to cover it. The net got kicked off. Don't know if that would have made its way into the back of the net or not, but we won't get to find out as the net moorings drawing the stoppage. 6:51 remaining to play. Mason coming across now with that one elevated. It got ricocheted up and out, but he had that top corner above the blocker picked out. I think that would have been his hat trick goal on the evening. Hillier chasing that one down. Able to force it through to the corner. Mason will pick it up down there. He'll walk below the goal line, fed it out right in front. Couldn't connect with anyone. And now Olsen will handle that one. The feed back to Hughes. Back to Olsen. Trying to feed that one across, but Yeo there with a sturdy stick to stop that. Shot offered down low. Karstow a little bit turned around. Now he'll have the opportunity to center it. The only man there, Lemery. LaHillier trying to tap that one through, and a good job by Nicely out at the point to hold it in. Lemery making his way, able to get it into neutral ice at least. And now he'll pick that up with a little bit more room to move. Coming down center, can't quite make the move through Rostello. Capo will drop that one off for Yeo, who drops it off for Lemery, but nobody wanted it, so he'll pick it up himself and feed for Capo in the corner, who sends that one home for the goal. Sinkowski, a good effort there off the draw to get that one in deep. Now Walker carries it out from behind his own net with some momentum there, able to make his way through neutral ice, walks that one across and offers a shot that careens off the glass on the end. Mallory will try and get something moving from behind his own net, feeds up the boards there, nicely tipped through. Mallory now saucers that one onto the stick of Bray. Goes to the corner for Sinkowski, and that one off the boards. Enright dropping to a knee there to make sure he had enough purchase on it, but perhaps a little bit too much, and all the way down for the icing. Bit of conflict there coming out of the zone, but able to do so. And now nicely puts that one back in the direction of Sinkowski. Loose puck for Winterbottom. Off the boards. McLaughlin able to chop that one down, makes his way into the zone. And a shot there off the glass, held in as it came out the far side by Winterbottom. McLaughlin there, get up under nicely and make sure that he didn't get an easy clear on that one, but Bray will have some room here to feed it all the way up for Capo, who tries to redirect and does so. Not to Sinkowski, but a little bit too much defense there to fully work through. Seinhoff will just offer that one across neutral ice, enough to clear. No real targets in the vicinity. Calumet working to regroup there. Now Winterbottom will do the same on the Shamrock side, feeding across, a little bit of a miscue. McLaughlin, I think, a bit optimistic in where that loose puck might end up as it comes back the other way. A shot there, ricocheted off. Steinhoff looking to go off the glass, but missed it. And we'll get a stoppage with 3:29 left to play in the game. Lemery trying to push his way through there, but perhaps not enough mass to compete with the guys on the other side. But LaHillier able to feed this one on to Mason. Mason trying to find a spot, found it, but hit the pipe instead. Just a little bit off target there as Lemery clears that puck up, feeds for LaHillier, who does some fancy dance in there to at least keep it stationary. Mason came through wanting to do something with it, but not able to get clean enough possession. As Rostello sends that one down a little bit, and he'll say that didn't touch anybody, so the icing will be called. 3 minutes, I should say just less than 3 minutes remaining in regulation. Bachman there to work the draw, but crafty stick work from Capo, and he'll start that back in the other direction. He was trying to feed that through. It'll get backhanded off the boards. Enright feed to Bachman. Walks it down there, bounced out in front. Enright had a stick on it, but it was about 3 feet off the ground at the time, and that's not going to work for getting a shot off. Loose one there by Bachman, directed back in the direction of the intended target, but lacking the requisite velocity to make it all the way under the glove of Hubbard. Bricks to Bachman and a shot right away, and that worked once earlier tonight. Not this time, as it got tied up down low. Sinkowski got the pocket picked there by Bachman. He'll work this one down low on the, trying to figure out exactly where he wants to go with it. Puck a little bouncy for him, but he's got to calm down now. Offered a shot, blocked, but he'll have another opportunity. Bricks, a good job there to avoid taking a puck in a delicate area, and now Bachman walks back on, and a shot there swallowed up by Hubbard. .128 seconds left in this one. Shamrocks lead 8-6. That one back to McLaughlin trying to extend that lead. But no dice. That one there a bit elevated off the play, off the face-off, I should say, and Capo will carry across center, backhands in. Sullivan from behind his own net now. Saw some room to move. He'll work with it for a little bit. Sent to Cook, but Mowry able to come away with that there. Sullivan now looking to feed to McLaughlin. McLaughlin handles with it. 6 attackers out on the ice now for Calumet as McLaughlin curls across center. Trying to work his way through the slot. Didn't get the shot off. Yale looking to feed up. Does so for Rostello. Curls. Trying to find something to work with. Again, 6 skaters out there now for Calumet. Biebert's unable to get to that one. From the corner, Capo down low and a shot offered. Bray feigned the shot there. Went down low again, and now Chamberlain able to get a glove on top of it. 1 minute, 10 seconds left. The net will stay empty on the far end of the ice. Timeout taken here by the Calumet side. And not a extensive bench to work with tonight for the visiting squad. So with 6 skaters in action, only a minute left in the game, I would anticipate, especially with a couple seconds to rest here, those 6 to probably finish this one. A couple of the guys on that side, I think Maury's taking about 85% of the face-offs. Got almost 59 minutes elapsed. I think Rostello's got about 52 minutes of ice time. But a quick breather and back to the dot here. Again, a minute and 10 left. Tied up off the draw there for a second. Now to the point for Rostello. He'll feed for Sinkowski. Walker trying to put some pressure on Bray down low. He'll just pinch it there for a second. Walker able to get away with it for a second there, but quickly met by Yeo. 50 seconds left now. Trying to feed that one into the traffic in front. Yeo will feed this one for Maury out at the point. Goes across to Capo. Capo back to him at the top. 40 seconds left, and he'll offer that shot. Won't make it on net. Down low, though, Rostello feeds back out to him. He'll offer another shot. That one will make it, at least as far as the net, but goes down low. Rostello up high. LaHillier trying to get that one chopped out, and he does so. Mason now in behind with 20 seconds left, and he'll walk that one into the empty net to finish the hat trick for the evening. And with just 20 seconds left, probably put this one on ice with a 3-goal lead. Off the draw, that one sent in the direction of Cahill. He'll bank that one in, and it'll trickle on down. Rostello will start a drive here, put some more miles on the skates this evening with just 10 seconds left, and offer that one into the zone. I think everyone will be happy to let that one come to an end and celebrate a Shamrocks home victory here late in the season. 9-6 the final. Back in action tomorrow night again. We'll see you back here tomorrow night as well with that one. Again, 9-6 Shamrocks victorious in this one over the visiting Calumet Wolverines. Thank you all for joining us. We'll hope to see you back here again tomorrow for more Shamrocks hockey.